Hey guys, it's Edison here from Lightbulb Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace a ballast on a fluorescent light fixture. Stay tuned. So why are you changing your ballast? Well, the reason is your fluorescent light fixture that you have up in your ceiling in your office, it's probably flickering, buzzing, causing a lot of noise, or maybe the lamps are a different color. You may have already tried to change the lamps and put new fluorescent tubes in there, but it's still giving you the same flickering, dim, different colored light that you're not used to seeing. Well, the reason is the ballast that's in the fixture has failed and it needs to be replaced. What the ballast does is it regulates the voltage that gets sent to the fluorescent lamps and through the tubes. It gives a proper voltage that will allow the lamps to ignite and illuminate. When the fluorescent ballast is bad, that's when you'll get the flickering and the buzzing and the discolor of the lamps that you probably see in your fixture. That's probably why you're watching this video. So today I'm just going to be showing you how to replace the ballast in your fixture, and it's a very easy thing to do. It'll only take you a few minutes. It'll save you a ton of money by doing it yourself instead of having to call an electrician, and it's a pretty safe, easy job that you could do just by yourself and just from watching this video. I'll show you all the steps that it takes in order to run through and replace your ballast. Okay, let's start off with the tools that you need. So your first thing you need is a new ballast. The ballast, you can't just buy any ballast. You have to make sure that it's compatible with the current fixture you have. You have to know how many lamps are in there and which lamps are operating in the ballast. So in this fixture we have two T8s. They're F32 T8 SP41s, and so we know we need a 2-light 32 electronic ballast in order to replace this one with a ballast that will work. So the ballast we have is made by Keystone. The model number is KTEB 232-UV-IS-N-P, and we know that this is the correct ballast. If you have any questions about which ballast to use, please give us a call or go on to lightbulbwholesaler.com, and under the Contact Us section you'll see our phone number. In addition, in the description of this video, I'll be sure to post our phone number for you to call. Please call with any questions you have, even if it's while you're up on the ladder replacing the ballast. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call. See our number down below in the description box. Okay, so tools that you'll need. So first we're going to start off, you'll need a pair of wire skinners and wire strippers. The wire strippers are the ones that have they have the little holes for the different gauge wires, so that way you can take the insulate off the wire. In addition, you need a set of wire strippers or wire skinners that have the little wire cutter at the end. If you don't have this, you can just use a normal wire cutter. It just adds an additional tool to this. Secondly, you're going to need a screwdriver or whatever it takes to take your ballast out. It's different depending on the fixture. You may need a socket set, or you may just need a Phillips screwdriver. In this case, I only need a Phillips screwdriver. And third, you need a few sockets, or a few wire connectors. There's wire nuts and there's also wire connectors. The ones I'm using are wire connectors. They make it very, very easy for you to attach wires together. The way they work is there's these two little, what you call them, they look like parking brakes on a car, but there's these two little tabs that you pull up, and all you do is you shove the skinned wire into one end, and then you shove another skinned wire into the other hole, and you just close them off, and there you have it. The wires are connected. Alright, so let's get this started. Step one is to take off the cover to the fixture. So your fixture that's going to be up on the ceiling, I took one down for demonstrative purposes. You're going to flip over two tabs or whatever it takes in order to get the lens off. I'm going to take the lens off, and you can just hang it down. I'm going to remove it completely.
Now that it's off.
Yeah. Okay, now that the lens is off, it exposes you to the insides of
fixture. So you see, as I told you before, there's two 32-watt fluorescent tubes in here. They're T8s, which means they're 8/8 of an inch across. T12 is 12/8. T5 is 5/8. This is 8/8, or just an inch across.
So you're gonna pop the fluorescent tubes out. Step one. Actually, I go back. Step one is turn off your power. You definitely don't want to work on this live. So if it's dark, you may want to get yourself a flashlight or a headlight, so that way you can be able to see while you're doing this. But definitely do this with the power off.
So you're going to take those tubes out. And then you'll see a cover on top of the ballast. In this case, the cover on the ballast are two reflectors that are behind the lamps, but also I've seen ballast covers that directly cover the ballast, and you don't necessarily need to remove the lamps, but removing the lamps will make it a lot easier and a lot safer, so that way you don't hit and break the lamp with your tool accidentally. So you're going to want to remove the ballast cover. It may need a flat screwdriver, or you may need a ring nut or set screw. A lot of these fixtures are very different because they're all made by manufacturers. So my fixture here is going to be wires to string these little tabs, and then with this tab straight up. Simply as that, the ballast covers are removed. So then it'll open you up inside of your fixture. This is when you see the ballast and you can see all the wiring. You can see the sockets that are all set up to operate your fixture. So now's the time where you want to remove your ballast. Step one. Sometimes you'll have a disconnect like so, and go ahead and disconnect it. This makes it really easy if you have to work on it hot or have to work on it while power's on. If you have one of these disconnects, it's very safe because then you disconnect it and you know that there's no power running through the fixture. Prior to doing anything, if you just turned off the fixture, you may want to let it sit for about 15 seconds to let all of the electricity flow out of the ballast, and so that way it's nice, safe, and safe for you to work on. Next step is to cut all the wires. Try to do it as closely to the ballast as possible to leave as little amount of wire on the ballast, so you have the maximum amount of wire to run to your new ballast. Most likely you won't need all the wire, but it can't hurt to leave a lot of it. You know, like if you're getting your hair cut and you can never say go longer, you can always go shorter. You know? So let's cut all these out of here. I see black, white, red on one side, and two blue on the other. My new ballast I'm putting in does not have the same configuration. Black, red on one side, and two blue on the other. It has black and white on one side, and red and two blue on the other. But that doesn't really matter just by the make of the ballast. So then I see there's no screw holding the ballast in, and you're going to take that screw out. And then that'll let you pull the ballast right out. So this ballast, it's an electronic ballast, but it's recommended to recycle them. Contact your local recycler to figure out how you can recycle these, because you don't just want to throw these out, you want to make sure they get disposed of properly. So now it's time to run your new ballast. So take it out of the packaging, get all the wires apart. So, and then you want to line it up in your fixture to make sure the wires are able to run easily. So as you can see here, I know my blue wires are at one end, so I'm going to line them up with the blue wires at the other end. Look at all this extra wire I have. I definitely didn't need to cut it that long, but definitely it didn't hurt that I did. So what you want to do, first thing I always like to do is just to put the ballast into place and set it with the set screw.
So I have the ballast, I put it in, I slid it in right under these little hooks at the end, and then you have a little screw. Same way you took it out, just slide it in. Ballast, even though they're different shaped and different wires, they do have a universal size that allows them to fit inside the fixture that you just are taking the old one out of to replace it. So then you're gonna want to just color match the wires. It's very easy. As long as you're not color blind and you can see these colors, it should be very easy. If not, there's you can label them, and there's a little indicator on the ballast itself that tells you what colors each wire is. And so this, I'm just gonna cut these nice and short so I can wire them neatly. So I'm gonna cut the two blue, and then I'm gonna strip them. So you're gonna wanna leave about maybe 3/8 of an inch, a little over 1/4 inch of wire exposed after you take the insulate off. So the way to do wire strippers, if you've never done it, you kind of just like look on the wire stripper and you see the holes on it, and then in the holes you can line it up with the certain gauge or certain thickness of the wire. So it doesn't have to be exact, but you can kind of get a feel for it if it's too big or too small. So then you clamp down on it, you'll hear a little snap, which is the insulate breaking through. You kind of want to like rotate it maybe 90 degrees there and back, just give it a little twist to fully break the insulate, and then you just pull it straight off, and then there you have it, two wires that are perfectly skinned. Okay, then you want to take your nice wire caps or wire nuts. If you are using wire nuts, which are the ones that twist on top of it, kind of like a bottle cap, you're going to want to put the two wires together and then give them a little twist together and then put the wire nut on. But this way, I like these wire connectors. You just put one in, flip it down, and then you put the other one in, flip it down, and then that's it. You give it a little tug and make sure they're both in there. If one falls out, maybe strip a little more, maybe trim the wire down so that way it'll fit and it'll stay nice and tight. Then you're going to want to do it for the other blue one, and the other wire nut. Same process. So this is all basically you're doing to change the ballast, is you just take the old one out, cut all the wires, and put the new one in, and reattach all the wires. It's very simple. So then I have it red. So what I'm going to do is look at how much extra I have. So it was unnecessary to cut that much, but hey, it can't hurt. And now I don't have too little. So cut some extra that we don't need. Let's strip the wire, give it a little twist, pop it off. And then we take a wire nut, attach the red one, red to red, blue to blue, black to black, white to white, and another blue to blue because there's two blues. Oops, see, that one didn't work. Pop it back open, shove that in, and then put it down and give them both a nice tug, and you see they're nice and staying there. Now I have two more wires remaining, and then I have these two from the fixture. So I hook black to black and white to white. So we're going to strip them both. One. Alright, both of them are stripped. Let's say we'll line up the black to black first. So one black in this left one black in the right one. It doesn't matter which side of the wire nut that you put it on. And we have one more white one. So the whites connect together. In addition, I'll put a link in the description below to our website, to our ballast section, so that way you can look through and see all the ballast. If your ballast isn't there, because I know there's a ton of ballast out there and you might have an old antique fixture, please give us a call or shoot us an email at sales@lightbulbwholesaler.com. Or on our website, you can find our phone number. Give us a call. I'll put our phone number in the description below, and we'll find the right ballast for you no matter what. We'll find your ballast. So all I just did was I reattached the disconnect from the building to the fixture, which runs it through the ballast, and just as it is, the ballast has changed. Now all it is reassembly time. So you just want to reassemble it in the opposite direction that you took it apart. Clean this up a little bit. It can't hurt to squeeze the wires together and give it like a little Indian rug burn. Just so that way they stay and they're nice and neat. And then you're gonna want to put the ballast covers back on. Make sure all the sockets are lined up. Make sure you don't turn on the fixture yet. I've had it happen to me before that as I was putting the ballast cover on, the metal from the ballast cover hit against something in the socket, causing a circuit, and there we go. I'm up on a 16-foot ladder and I get shocked. But I'm alright, still here. It happens. Just be safe. Try to do it with the power off whenever you can. I don't want to see you guys getting hurt. Not all my fans. Okay, one side is in. And then make sure you put it on the same way you took it off. You can usually figure out a way to remember. This one has the sides, they're not completely symmetrical. One side has little tabs that go in and the other side just slides in. So that's how I remember this one. Just line it up to how it was, and then your next step is just to put the lamps back in. Grab your 2 lightsabers, number 1. And your socket may be one of 2 ways. This one is a socket that has 2 little sides for the terminal, and you just push the lamp right down into it. But some sockets you have to twist the lamp like a quarter turn, so make sure you're just putting the lamps in correctly to the sockets. That snapped in. There's one. Second lamp. This is just a 2-light. If you're working with a 4-light fixture, you're gonna have to take out and put back in 4 lamps, 4 tubes of these fluorescent tubes. Okay, and then you just want to slide the lamps in, get them to snap in. And then once this is all in, before you put the lens cover on the fixture, you might want to go to the little switch and flip it on just to make sure it works. If you flip it on and it doesn't work, maybe go ahead and take the fixture back apart and check all the connectors, give them a nice firm tug to make sure that all the wire nuts or wire connectors are nice and connected in together. So, and if you did that and it's still not working, give us a call and we'll try to run through some steps and see if we can figure out a way to get your fixture working again. And then last step is just to put your lens cover back on. Slide it on, flip it down, hit the tabs. And then one last thing I like to do is give a nice wipe down because your fingers are probably pretty dirty from dust from behind the fixture in the ballast. So just wipe down the face of the fixture so there's no fingerprints left and you do a nice clean job. So yeah, that's about how to change your ballast. It only takes about 5 minutes, and if you get good at it and get a system, maybe you have a buddy, you can swap all the ballast in a certain room in a matter of like half hour. It's like a really easy task to do. It just, a lot of people don't know that you can do it because they see the lamp is burnt out or the lamp is flickering or fading or a different color, and they're just going to want to call an electrician. But really, you can do it and you can take care of it yourself. Avoid the extra cost of electrician, and all you have to do is replace the ballast. So that's all I have for you today. Check the description box below for a link to the ballast section on our site, our phone number, our email address. So if you want to contact us, if you have a question, please don't hesitate to call. We are the lighting experts here at lightbulbwholesaler.com, and we're here to help you. We're real people. Please give us a call. Please email us. We're going to respond. Please leave a comment down below if you have a question about anything, or if you have a suggestion for another video. I'm happy to make videos for retrofitting, for changing ballast, for installs, whatever you want or whatever you need. Let me know and I'll make a video for you. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.